NIIT's Corporate Learning Group provides training outsourcing to global multinational companies typically headquartered in the US and Europe. Corporate training is perhaps the last bastion for outsourcing. Corporates around the world have outsourced most non-core activities, including IT, procurement, accounting, HR, and so on. But training has largely remained in-house. No large company has all the trainers and content developers across all subject domains. Therefore, the work is largely insourced and procured in a very distributed manner from many boutique suppliers, leading to inefficiencies and low effectiveness. While training outsourcing is just beginning to take off today, the potential is huge and will mirror the growth and maturity curve of the IT and BPO outsourcing industry going forward. Companies typically today spend on an average 2% of their cost base on training. Compare this to 4% spent on IT, and it's not very different. Various estimates of global spending on training by companies is between US 150 billion to 300 billion. However, less than 5% of Fortune 2000 companies have outsourced training. That is beginning to change and represents a huge potential. For example, a global bank recently gave out a comprehensive 5-year outsourcing contract worth more than £50 million per year. Such deals are likely to become more and more frequent in the coming years. The Corporate Learning Group, or CLG, is the largest contributor to NIIT's revenue and has had strong growth over the last few years as NIIT moved away from the projects business to Managed Training Services, or MTS. MTS now forms the bulk of NIIT's corporate learning business. Under MTS, corporates entrust one or more activities, or what we call service towers, under their training function to NIIT to manage. Just like IT outsourcing consists of application development, application maintenance, infrastructure management, testing, and IT consulting, MTS consists of towers like content development, training delivery, training administration, strategic sourcing, and advisory services. In content development, NIIT is responsible for developing all custom learning content on any subject domain, which could range from a simple work manual to a presentation, or an online course, or a video-based course, or even an advanced first-person simulation game. A large part of this content development activity can be offshored to anywhere in the world. NIIT has the world's largest content development factory in Gurgaon, with over 800 professionals working exclusively on content development. In training delivery, which is the second tower, NIIT takes over the entire delivery of training across a wide range of subjects, using a judicious mix of NIIT's own faculty as well as a pool of third-party individual contractors around the world, so that we are able to deliver in multiple languages to customer needs in every country. Learning delivery can be done face-to-face, which will be delivered on-site, but could also be done in a virtual instructor-led training mode, which can be done from any location, including offshore locations. The third tower is training administration. This is like a specialized business process management function for the training activity of a company. Essentially, all administrative activities of the internal training function, from tracking training requirements to organizing training to measuring and reporting the output improvements on training, is now done entirely by NIIT using our offshore training administration factory. NIIT has an in-house LMS which forms the technology backbone for NIIT to provide these services across the globe from a remote location. In case customers have already invested in their own LMS, then NIIT does this on any third-party LMS as well. The fourth service tower is strategic sourcing. When you look at large multinational companies, each of these require training on a large number of subjects and at many distributed locations, so they end up working with several hundred to a few thousand vendors each year because of the geographical and linguistic requirements. They do not want, however, the headache of managing and procuring services from such a large number of these vendors. NIIT provides a specialized sourcing service to address this problem that customers face. It is strategic sourcing because NIIT is responsible for identifying all areas of cost duplication and improving efficiency, as well as vendor evaluation for the effectiveness of all the programs and content that are delivered by these partners, and where possible, replace some of these with either NIIT or third-party services. The last tower is advisory services. Here, NIIT has a team of elite training professionals who provide advisory services to customers to help them align their training plans with their organizational strategy and business goals. The team also works with the other service towers to improve client satisfaction and to go beyond the executing on client expectations to proactively identify and drive new initiatives for greater value creation. Unlike the early days of IT outsourcing, there are only a few large companies like NIIT driving the supply for training outsourcing in the world today. Of the top 5 or 6 companies capable of offering training outsourcing, only 2, including NIIT, are specialist, niche-focused training companies. NIIT is the only training company with a significant on-site, nearshore, and offshore capability. NIIT today provides managed training services to over 25 global multinationals. The focus verticals for NIIT, beside technology and telecom, where NIIT has always been traditionally very strong, are energy, where Shell and Statoil are among NIIT's customers, the BFSI sector, where companies like Citibank and Bank of America are our customers, and the pharma sector, where we work with companies like Glaxo and Quintiles. All of these are marquee customers which only like to work with Tier 1 vendors. The contracts are always multi-billion dollar annuity contracts spread over 3 to 5 years. And we have been adding 1 to 2 logos every quarter. NIIT works strategically with our customers to help them run training as a business. What we do here is to help CLOs get a seat at the strategy table of the company, not only making training more efficient, but also more importantly, helping them measure and drive better return on investment on the training expenditure of their companies. Today, we have a set of very happy customers in CLG, and we are gradually getting more business from each one of them. Most of our existing MTS contracts started as a single tower engagement and are then ramped up over a period of time, both in terms of scope of work and in terms of geographical reach. Going forward, we have a 3-point agenda on how we want to take this business to the next level. Firstly, we wish to drive up the ticket size and annuity of the initial engagement, given that we have now a demonstrated track record of managing large, comprehensive engagements. Second, driving up the margins in the business through 2 initiatives. Firstly, improving our product mix towards higher margin services and towers. And secondly, through productivity improvement of the delivery operations. And finally, we wish to enhance our growth rates and our sector market presence and our capabilities through carefully selected inorganic growth initiatives. NIIT's Skills and Career business provides professional courses for enhancing skills and careers for young people, preparing them for careers in different industries, as well as working professionals who wish to upgrade their skills or reskill themselves for career advancement or a career change. NIIT has over the years made the transition from being an IT training company to a multidisciplinary skill and talent development company present in a number of industries, which expanded the addressable pie. Today, NIIT's Beyond IT portfolio of courses, which includes programs for sectors like banking, financial services, business process management, retail, and so on, as well as executive management, is growing fast, as in fact, more than half our India retail business. In India alone, over 25 million people enter the working age group per annum. However, less than 5% of the workforce in India has completed a formal vocational training program compared to 90% in Korea and a global average of over 50%. India today is targeting the skilling of over 400 million people by 2022, which includes 100 million people entering the workforce and upskilling of another 300 million already part of the workforce. NIIT, being the largest professional skill training company in India, therefore stands to benefit from the large population entering the workforce as well as people looking to reskill or upskill themselves. Our offerings in skills and career business include B2C or retail professional training programs in India, China, and select emerging markets, and also B2B offerings focused on India for large corporate houses. As far as India is concerned, NIIT offers its complete portfolio of both B2C and B2B programs in IT and beyond IT, while outside India, the focus is primarily on China and on the IT training domain at the moment. NIIT is a recognized leader in each of its selected sectors and is one of the most trusted brands in education and training in its focus markets. NIIT has always been known as a pioneer and an innovator. We were the first to start franchising in education and scale up, and we're also the first to bring the latest technology programs into the country, creating an army of workforce trained on new technologies even before the commercial launch. We pioneered innovative use of technology in education, such as Cloud Campus, and this has allowed NIIT to scale up operations across hundreds of network locations, and this is what all of you know NIIT for. But we are not a pure brick and mortar company only. You may be surprised to note that NIIT has over 200 technical engineers working on education technology, which makes NIIT the largest edutech company in India today. The technology that you've been used has only been available to students who sign up at the physical centers and has played an important role in our success, but not available directly to consumers. Going forward, we want to flip the model and bring the technology at the forefront with the physical delivery locations playing the necessary support role. In 2015, we embarked on a three-phase transformation program, including restructuring, re-energization, and renewal. We completed restructuring in 2015, in which we reviewed every country we operated in, every physical center, all our products, all our people, and cut all the elements that we felt were not aligned to the future of this business. The business re-energization this year, with the rollout of all products to all physical centers, both business partner and owned centers, as well as the introduction of a number of new relevant products, has brought the business back to growth and back to profit in FY16. This has enabled NIIT to start the renewal process early, which involves technology transformation on the one hand and repositioning of NIIT once again as a pioneer in the industry. Our first two initiatives towards this, NIIT.TV and StackRoute, which are first of its kind offerings in the country, are seeing tremendous response from the students as well as the industry and the companies. Looking forward to the future, NIIT plans to build a comprehensive multimodal skills marketplace using a technology-based learning platform which bring together learners, multiple training partners, as well as the industry. The focus of the business would be on its largest markets of India and China. NIIT's School Learning Group provides teaching and learning solutions to schools in India. The current K-12 school system in India is one of the largest in the world, with more than 1.4 million schools and over 250 million students. 25% of these schools, which is about 350,000, are private schools, with 10 to 12,000 such schools being added every year. India today has over 100 million students enrolled in private schools as compared to the US or the UK that have 5 million or 0.5 million private schools respectively. Parents spend an equally large amount of money outside the school, and that represents an equally large opportunity for NIIT to address. Our current schools learning business focuses on the B2B private schools marketplace. NIIT provides solutions to schools for teaching, learning, and school management to help improve learning outcomes in an asset-light, IP and people services driven model. Our solutions include MathLab, an activity-based lab solution for discovery-driven learning for mathematics. This is provided to schools on a license basis. IT Wizard, which is a subscription-based IT content solution for schools. Interactive Classroom, a subscription-based content solution for mainline subjects to improve learning experience in the classroom. Language Lab, an activity-based solution to improve language learning in the classroom. And Quick School, which is NIIT's school management software solution. NIIT is one of the leading service providers to the K-12 market in India. NIIT's offerings today are present in over 2,000 private schools, touching over 2 million students. The offerings that we have combine NIIT's strengths and over 3 decades of experience in pedagogy and technology to transform the teaching and learning experience. Last year, NIIT had decided to exit all capital-intensive and CapEx-driven business models and focus on IP and people services-based products and solutions. NIIT continues to see a huge potential opportunity in the K-12 market. Our first priority is to enhance efficiencies through product mix improvement, increasing sales and operational productivity, and rationalization of the organization structure. This will then enable us to look at growth opportunities, such as leveraging the existing product portfolio and reach for the B2C market, and introducing a school management offering with a focus on superior student outcomes. To capitalize on these opportunities, the business needs separate attention and investments. The new CEO of the business, Gavin Abreu, has already joined, and we are further strengthening the leadership team. The business is now housed in a 100% subsidiary, creating flexibility to raise growth funding at a suitable time to support the plans for the future.